is with great sense of honor and delight that I welcome you all to the national headquarters of the Nigerian Correctional Service on the occasion of the official commissioning of the service newly procured operational vehicles by the Minister of Interior, Ogbeni Rauf Adesoji Aregbesola. This morning, a total of 59 operational vehicles consisting of 36 Mini Maria, Green Maria, 18 escort duty vehicles, 5 customized Maria buses are due for commissioning by the Minister of Interior. Out of them, 54 of these vehicles were procured with the 2019 appropriation, while 5 vehicles were part of the 2018 appropriation. The procurement of the vehicles is part of the government's deliberate efforts to enhance the capacity of the Nigerian Correctional Service to deliver its statutory responsibilities. Particularly, it is concerned the conveyance of the inmates to and from the courts, thereby facilitating access to justice. I wish to state at this point that the Nigerian Correctional Service has received more governmental interventions in this present administration of His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, more than any other past administrations in recent history, especially in the areas of logistics and general infrastructure. In fact, between 2016 and 2018, the service has commissioned a total of 397 vehicles, consisting of 218 vehicles with 2016 appropriation, 49 vehicles with 2017 appropriation, 130 vehicles with 2018 appropriation, and the procurement of 54 vehicles being commissioned today, therefore brings the total number of vehicles procured by the Nigerian Correctional Service under the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, to 451. Indeed, the Nigerian Correctional Service has not had it so good in recent history. More than ever before, I wish to assure the nation that the vehicles will be judiciously used to ensure speedy dispensation of justice in the country. Nevertheless, the service still needs more vehicles to meet the expected targets of conveying inmates almost on daily basis to well over 5,000 courts spread across the country. This therefore calls for a sustenance of budget funding in order to facilitate the procurement of additional vehicles in due course. I therefore wish to use this opportunity to express our deep appreciation to His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for his gracious support and commitment to the transformation of the Nigerian Correctional Service. The service also owes a debt of gratitude to the National Assembly, especially the distinguished members of the Senate Committee on Interior and the House Representative Committee on Reformatory Institutions for appropriating the needed funds for the service to deliver on its statutory obligation. I wish to thank our amiable Minister and Chairman of the Civil Defense, Correctional, Fire and Immigration Services Board, Ogbeni Rauf Adesoji Aregbesola, for his leadership and personal commitment to the transformation of the Nigerian Correctional Service in particular, and the Minister of Interior and its agencies in general. We are most grateful, sir. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to assure the government and the entire citizenry that the Nigerian Correctional Service will continue to discharge its mandate in the most effective and efficient manner so as to justify the huge investment that have come our way. Once again, you are most welcome to the national headquarters of the Nigerian Correctional Service. Thank you for honoring our invitation, and God bless. Thank you, sir.
It gives me great pleasure to witness this very important ceremony, which is a critical indicator of the federal government's determination to transform our custodial centers and reposition them as reformatory institutions where inmates can enter and be changed for the benefit of the entire society. Let me congratulate the leadership, officers and men of the Nigerian Correctional Service for their unwavering efforts at ensuring access to speedy and fair trial for all inmates, as well as their reformation and rehabilitation in accordance with universally acceptable standards. The Ministry of Interior has been a dependable ally of the Nigerian Correctional Service in ensuring a seamless and effective implementation of the new Nigerian Correctional Service Act, since it was signed into law on the 31st of July 2019 by His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. And by that enactment, the Prison Act Cap P29 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 was repealed. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no doubt that the acquisition and commissioning of these brand new operational vehicles today, together with all the other measures that we are putting in place, will give further impetus to the Nigeria Correctional Service to rebrand itself in the minds of Nigerians that this is indeed a brand new Nigerian Correctional Service. I must at this juncture thank our indefatigable Minister of Interior, Ogbeni Rauf Adesoji, for the laudable achievements recorded so far under his watch in so short a time at the Ministry of Interior and its agencies, of which this is one. Just last Tuesday, on the 9th of June 2020, the Minister commissioned 10 new modern firefighting trucks to boost the firefighting capabilities of the Federal Fire Service to our delight. I will therefore use this opportunity to congratulate and commend the Controller General NCOS Jafar Ahmed for this event today. Indeed, his unflagging commitment has progressively driven this transformation of custodial management. I wish to also recognize the commitment of the officers and men of the Nigeria Correctional Service. I'm appreciating them for their support and their loyalty to the present management of the service, without which these achievements would not have been possible. Thank you all for your attention.
Mine is to thank God for the opportunity He has given us today to witness this important and historic program. Let me first thank the Father of the Nation, President Muhammad Buhari, who is the main person at the top that is controlling the affairs of the country, who has made Nigeria Correctional Services to look a new leaf, who has transformed Nigeria Correctional Service to be a place of reformation, no more as people always see reformation, correctional service before, when it was prisons. He has made it a new name, and when changing that name, he said that he's going to make it correctional and physical. And today, we can witness, by looking at the CG with his team, you will see that correctional services is already having a new look. Let me use the opportunity to thank the Honorable Minister, who is part of the team, who supervises this agency. And the way I'm witnessing what is happening today, the Honorable Minister and the CG have a cordial and understanding relationship. That is why things are going well in the correctional services today. I will thank the CG for his programs. Since I became the chairman of this committee, I've not only heard about reformatory, but I have seen where reformatory is working out physically. Mr. CG, I want to commend you and congratulate you and encourage you to do what you are doing for Nigerians. Tomorrow, Nigerians will see what you have done for them. When somebody does not have a conducive area to work, you don't have a good material to work, my brothers and sisters, you cannot work well. Am I correct? With the vehicles today, to add to the ones, I was surprised to see 451 vehicles in 5 years. Am I correct? That is a project, that is somebody working tireless to make sure that where is working, the workers and the people are enjoying the dividends of democracy. I want to finally say, with what I'm witnessing today, anytime, any day that the minister and the city calls me for anything related to legislative work, I'm ready to assist. I will continue congratulating you people and working with you people in the spirit of promoting and making sure that Nigerians are put in a better place. Congratulations, Minister. Congratulations, the CG, the PAMSEC. May God bless all of us as we continue this ceremony. Thank you, and God bless you.
I'm delighted to be here this morning to commission this set of correctional vehicles procured by the Nigerian Correctional Service for the facilitation of its statutory responsibilities. I titled my speech, Better Life for Inmates. Better Life for Inmates. I must therefore thank the leadership of the service for the kind invitation to be here and the honor bestowed on me to commission the vehicles. It was difficult for me to come because I was mourning. I was deeply mourning the passage of a brother, a friend, an associate, and a companion of many struggles. But realizing that we have shifted these several times, and the shortness of the notice to cancel it, I just felt I must honor you and honor our president and the nation Nigeria to be here. So I welcome all of you actually to this event. It is on record that the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, since 2015, and we have had it from all the speakers, has ushered an unprecedented development into the country, and this has had a backwash effect on not just the Ministry of Interior, all these agencies, but particularly the Nigerian Correctional Service. The effect of this administration on this agency is phenomenal. And you have listened, and you get to know more. The progressive changes evident at the Nigerian Correctional Service are as a result of deliberate efforts by the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari to address the neglect of the past with improved budgetary provision, infrastructure upgrade, improved logistics and staff and inmates welfare, among others. The service was noticeably challenged in the area of logistics, which affected its capacity to deliver on its statutory responsibility of conveying emails to court as and when due. This problem no doubt impacted negatively on the inmate's access to justice, as well as the administration of criminal justice in the country. Accordingly, in line with Mr. President's commitment to good governance and providing credible leadership for all Nigerian citizens, including those behind bars, the administration wasted no time in taking steps to redeem the situation. Hence, the resolve to release funds for the procurement of vehicles on an annual basis since 2015, with a view to bridging the missing gap. Yes, the logistics challenge may not have been fully addressed. Nevertheless, a lot of progress has been made in that respect. The provision of the vehicles being commissioned this morning, now afternoon, is in continuation of the overall steps taken toward the facilitation of inmates' access to justice and their general well-being. One of the challenges being faced by the service is accommodation of inmates. This, however, is being addressed very, very seriously and vigorously, with the ongoing construction of 3 units of 3,000 cell high-capacity custodial center in each of 3 geographical zones in Nigeria. They are, for emphasis, in Kano, which is almost completed, northwest, Karishi, Abuja, north central, and Bori, River State, south. We are targeting 6 in all, but 3 are ongoing now. Construction works are ongoing in 3 locations that I've mentioned. They are high capacity custodial centers with accommodation strength of 3,000. And interestingly, we are addressing some of the issues that are affecting efficiency in the service with this new construction. The new high capacity custodial centers have courts, not one court, courts. So there will be no need, therefore, going forward, to move inmates to outside courts, because in our new design and custodial centers being constructed are courts to try inmates within the custodial centers. We have also embarked on extensive renovation and rehabilitation of cells, barracks, and other physical structures across the country, as the 32 satellite custodial centers previously shut down due to insurgency have been reopened and rehabilitated, while 14 new satellite custodial centers and barracks have been constructed. To ensure the well-being of inmates, we have recruited more medical and paramedical personnel into the service and procured adequate quantities of drugs and medicaments. We are not just procuring, we produce some of these drugs in our research and drug production facility here in Kuje. The water in front of you, Nipri water, is from that center. So we are not, it's not a joke. We are damn serious about our commitment to improving the welfare, well-being, and wellness of both our staff and units in the Nigerian Correctional Service. Kudos to all of you, officers and men of the service. The Nigerian Correctional Service has contributed to agriculture and food security in the country. We reactivated custodial farm centers for large-scale agricultural production in piggery, fishing, cattle rearing, and poultry in different parts of the country. 3 custodial farm centers have been selected for large-scale farming based on comparative advantage. The Akujama farm in Kaduna for maize, huge facility for maize production, because that is what is best suited for. Lakushi farm in Plateau for rice, and Ozala farm in Edo for palm oil. We have also procured 25 new tractors, combined harvesters, and relevant implements to enhance agricultural productivity in custodial farm centers. To fulfill our creed as a conventional service, we embarked on and are succeeding in reformation of inmates. We are not just keeping them, and not just there for punishment. We believe they must be redeemed. Towards this, we created an acute vocational workshops for the following trades: welding, weaving, masonry, furniture, farming, tailoring, barbing, and bakery in custodial centers. We are turning our custodial centers gradually to enterprise centers, where those who have the misfortune of being there are reformed to be able to turn them to functional citizens on their release. Functional and productive citizens on their release. We have started graduate degree programs in the Nigeria Correctional Service. Currently, 649 inmates are running various degree and postgraduate degree programs in our facilities. About 1,000 inmates have also been enrolled for WAEC-NECO examination. There are adult literacy classes in the several custodial centers, where we put in place additional training institutions for young offenders, male and female, in each state of the federation. So, correctional centers are not just centers for hardening the offenders. They are centers for rehabilitating, reformation, and reorientation of the offenders and the inmates. We have also begun the implementation of correctional service rehabilitation plan and collaboration with relevant agencies to decongest the Nigerian custodial centers. When we started the program 2 months ago, over 2,600 inmates were released from custody. This number has since increased to 3,955 as the process is ongoing and very progressive. More inmates will exit our custodial centers as time goes by. So be rest assured that we are not resting. We are working hard to ensure that the burden of overcrowding is put behind us. Tough. We are putting in innovation to achieve this. May I therefore charge officers of the service to judiciously use and maintain the vehicles we are commissioning today for optimum performance. Please. The pain I have is that I wish Nigerians appreciate the fact that these vehicles, whether assembled locally or imported only, and I'm happy to know that very many of them were sourced locally. Very many, except those that you couldn't get locally. Very many of them were sourced from local assembly plants. But when they are assembled there or imported fully, they are not manufactured in Nigeria. The only way we can derive value for money is to use them very, very judiciously, effectively. Let's extend their lifespan through rigorous maintenance and careful usage. Otherwise, we'll be just throwing away our hard-earned foreign exchange. So I appeal to those who will use this vehicle to be efficient in their operation, effective in their maintenance and very, very careful in the use they deploy them to. This is more so because of the prevailing economic challenges facing the country as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Our revenue from oil has reduced considerably. So we must therefore be prudent and highly considerate in the use of anything that we have. I wish to, however, assure you all that the federal government shall continue to take steps to improve the conditions of inmates in the custodial centers in line with global best practices. I wish to also appeal to other tiers of government and public-spirited individuals and organizations to continue to render needed support to the Nigerian Correctional Service in the interest of national security. I must thank President Muhammadu Buhari, CFR, for his understanding and support of our efforts towards the transformation of the Nigerian Correctional Service. My special thanks go to the distinguished member of the National Assembly, particularly the Senate Committee on Interior and the House Committee on Reformatory Institutions, for their pivotal role in facilitating the implementation of government programs and policies. We are very grateful. I recall when I met you and I was telling you about the huge gap in funding that the service requires and what's available. If you recall, we met. Finally, I wish to sincerely commend the officers and men and the management team of the Nigerian Correctional Service under the leadership of the Comptroller General of Corrections, Mr. Jafaru Hamid, for their dedication and commitment to duty, especially at this time period of the fight against COVID-19 pandemic. His management of the service is fantastic, but one thing that is remarkable that we must not fail to notice is that the Nigerian Correctional Service is one of the few of such services in the world that maintains infection-free regime throughout the critical period of COVID-19 pandemic. It does not come cheap. It does not come cheap. It is as a result of hard work, high level of professionalism, dedication and commitment. Considering the state of the correctional or the custodial centers, particularly, it was almost an impossible feat to achieve. Kudos to all of you all over the Federation, for having that outstanding record. I know the cynics will be telling themselves, what's Rauf saying here now? Didn't we just read that there is a problem in Bauchi? Let me quickly correct that wrong impression. The Bauchi incident you read 2 days ago in the papers is not about inmates of our custodial center there. No. They were the people brought in recently from outside. And because of the sensitivity and alertness of our officers, who insisted that before we could take in these people, our protocol is that we must test them. It was that test that revealed that 17 of them are COVID-19 positive. So the inmates so called are not our regular inmates. They were people brought to us when we opened the center at the phase 2 of the ease of restriction. So let us be clear on it. And we have given them isolated cell. We have made it impossible for them to mingle with our regular inmates to be sure that they don't cross-infect them. Jafaru Ahmed officers and men of Nigerian Correctional Service, salute. Salute. I don't wear uniform, but I can salute with mouth. Salute. I am particularly pleased, and for which I commend the service exceedingly, that not a single case of the disease has been reported in any of our facilities. It's commendable. I thank you all for your attention. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Please remember to stay safe. I thank you. My own idea of this is that let's move for efficiency, for professionalism,
Your head.
for welfare, well-being, and wellness of staff and inmates of the Nigerian Correctional Service, to the glory of God, I commission this.